Tonight is the final night of the IC Winter Open. Tonight we determine the final 3 standings and will crown one team a champion. Our teams are ready. They got their best batarangs ready, their blasters and their best beatdowns to try to get that grand prize. It all begins and ends right now. Welcome to the IC Winter Open, live here from New York City. I'm Nick Axavranis here, joined by Megan Azagnet-Bow. How are you doing today, Megan?
I'm doing awesome. This is going to be the end of a very highly anticipated set of matches between the best peeps, who happen to both be from the same gaming organization.
That's right. Clever Gaming has looked dominant throughout the entire qualification and even yesterday's playoffs. Of course, today is the final playoff day, so we're going to see exactly what is the best team right now in Infinite Crisis. Which of the Clever Gaming will be Clever Gaming Blight or Clever Gaming Origin. Before we get into more about today's matches, for those of the audience who aren't as familiar with the game of Infinite Crisis, why don't you give us a quick breakdown about what actually happens in a game?
So Infinite Crisis is an online MOBA. It basically takes place in the DC universe between characters that you know and love. So Batman, Superman, not Superman yet, but soon, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all those that you love set in the multiverse. So it's basically all these different versions of characters that you know. So we've got a vampire Batman, we've got this arcane Green Lantern who's like super full of magic and craziness, and you get to pick up cars and throw things around and basically explode things, and it's all about having fun. But in this case, the IC Winter Open is all about winning a lot of money while you're having fun.
Having fun and competing for $5,000, not too bad to do at the same time. Of course, there's you guys out there who can still play and have fun, and maybe get good enough and can compete for the $5,000. But this is how you can kind of see who you'll be up against maybe next tournament runs around. Of course, today we have 2 matches for you guys. We've got, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Vex Gaming has forfeited the 3rd place match. So unfortunately, we only have the grand final for you guys. Nonstop Gaming will get 3rd place, go home with $500. What it does mean, though, the good side of that, I guess, is that we can get straight to that grand final. An insanely epic match, Clever Gaming Blight versus Clever Gaming Origin. The winner gets $3,000, the loser $1,500. Not too bad, but of course, both teams want to get that $3,000 grand prize.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would really be content to let $1,500 slip through their fingers. So.
Yeah, it's actually kind of insane if you think about it. It's just one best of 3, which could be over in as fast as like half an hour, and you're $1,500 richer, $1,500 not richer. And that's, I mean, in that short amount of time, that much money is pretty intense. The amount of pressure on these players is actually insane.
And from the comfort of your own home, too. Like,
yeah.
This is you're just sitting here, you're like, oh, hey, playing my games. And just get a bunch of money for being good.
Yeah, that's all it takes. So you remember, kids, drink your milk, eat your cereal, and play your video games, and you too.
Even if your parents tell you not to.
Yeah. There's lots of great things in life, video games being one of them, Infinite Crisis being one of the more fun ones. But let's actually introduce our finals team. The first team we want to talk about is Clever Gaming Origin. You can see here on Clever Gaming Origin, also known as KGO for short, they have Game Slave, African, Ease, G's, and Kai. And this team looked very strong in yesterday's match. Ease especially looked so dominant with Shazam. I mean, he was just Shazamming everywhere and basically killing everyone.
Pretty much untouchable, and especially with the any Mecha Wonder Woman and Shazam combo is just like you may as well surrender. Just Alt F4, quit. Because Ease, especially in Shazam, it seems like he could take on the entire team by himself. We're watching a clip right now of him getting a triple kill way too easily. And I mean that was not supposed to be a pun, so I feel really bad about it. I'm sorry for you guys. But you can play Shazam and you can do poorly, truly. But Ease obviously knows what he's doing.
I mean, that's the thing I mean, almost all the top teams run Shazam right now because he's one of the stronger champions. But Ease is just always somehow ahead of Shazam. And Shazam's one of those characters that he's either pretty good at the worst case, which is why everyone runs him, because the worst case he's pretty good, Or if you're able to just really get a lot of credits, you're able to start getting a couple kills early, he just gets so out of control, and he just starts getting, like you said, triple kills, quadra kills. He can take on the whole team by himself. We didn't see him get a pentakill yesterday, but maybe today he'll be aiming for that because he is absolutely fantastic with Shazam.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. He's probably going to be one of the biggest players to look out for on his team, but maybe we should be taking a look at the KGB roster to see if any of them can really hope to get against that there Shazam.
That's right, of course.
So KGB we have looking at Blue Freeze, Telekinetic, Spaghetti, Platypus, and 9. Now, Nick likes to say that these are the favorites, but I would just say that they are the undisputed champions thus far, and they are all about aggression. They're all about getting in there and just completely obliterating their opponents and keeping them in a stranglehold so they're not allowed to get anything done.
I mean, so far, in the first 4 qualifying tournaments, they've already won $2,000 just qualifying for this event because they won every single qualification tournament. They accumulated by far the most qualifying points. They dominated every match they played in so far. They haven't lost a game. I think their closest game they had was actually yesterday, their first game. They didn't run over Non-Slot Gaming that badly in the first map. It was a very close and hard-fought map. Then Game 2, they really turned on the heat. But even in Game 1, the really player that stuck out to me for talking about how Ease kind of stood out for KGO. For KGB, Telekinetic was looking great yesterday. I mean, he got the pentakill.
Yeah. I mean, we have never seen a pentakill throughout the entire tournament, and in the very first game of the semifinals, he just whips out a pentakill.
It's like nothing, yeah.
Well, it wasn't nothing to him. He definitely went out and tweeted it to like everybody immediately. But it was pretty great, and it was definitely props to him, especially as Mecha Wonder Woman. I mean, you can get a pentakill with your ult, but he didn't get it with just his ult alone. He shredded people with it, but then he like went and focused and used his afterburn. He was right-clicking, then he used Qs. It took a lot of work, but at the same token, he needed Platypus there to keep him alive, as I believe he was playing Poison Ivy that game. So it's the synergy that really keeps them together. KGB knows they're all going to head for the same objective. They're all going to protect the people that need to stay alive, and that's what makes them so formidable. Yeah,
they're really scary. You know, like you said, they're so aggressive and going after objectives to always be at the right time. But at the same time, they know how to cover each other's backs in team fights. So often you see even really great players, they're in that big team engagement, and they're thinking, okay, I'm this champion, I want to go after this person and take him out. And that's kind of what they're thinking. But the KGB players, you can really tell when they think about, instead of just thinking out who can I take out on another team, they're thinking, where do I fit best in this engagement? Should I even be aggressive, or should I just kind of wait for them to go in on, let's say, one of my team's carry heroes and just focus on stunning and defending against their carry hero? Yeah, exactly. So it's going to... I mean, what do you think it's going to come down to? Like a Telekinetic versus Ease, Shazam, Mecha Wonder Woman, who's going to die first? Or do you think it's just going to be like everybody dies forever, and it's going to be like a 40-minute match? Maybe it'll be like a base race sort of thing, where they're all just like, their power port is this low, and they're both just decided not even to fight each other, because when they do, everybody just dies. The whole world just blows up. It's like some Doomsday Device chain reaction that just takes out the map. Exactly. It could be. You know, that's actually a really good thing we talk about. Ease has always in his past games been able to really take out anybody he wants to. He says, okay, they've got the Cyborg, I'm going to go take out the Cyborg. They've got the Mecha Wonder Woman, my job is Shazam, I'm going to come in there and take out Mecha Wonder Woman, some of their heavy damage dealers. Right. But KGB plays that Poison Ivy sometimes. They play support characters more often, and can those support characters prevent Shazam or Batman from taking out their Mecha Wonder Woman or their Cyborg? You know, and I'm actually kind of surprised to see that not a lot of people play Arcane Green Lantern anymore, because I still find him to be really powerful, but I guess Poison Ivy's really great for the sustain in lane, and especially since the drones don't aggro anymore once you're attacking champions in lane, you don't really need aggressive so much as you need sustain, because the moment you decide to really trade any damage with the people in your lane, it's either you have sustain to bring it back up, or you can get back to your lane quickly enough. Poison Ivy's just so good in that laning phase. Yeah, her passive has been boosted to unreal proportions. Well, we'll have to see which team will win. Don't go anywhere. Grand Finals is coming up next.